What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my chess journey here on the channel. This is episode 18. In the last episode, we did lose the game. Even though it looked like we played kind of bad, or I played kind of bad, according to the engine, we actually played pretty decent. We played like a 1000. I did look at our opponent's profile after the game and found out that his highest ELO score was actually 790 or 799, something like that. So doesn't really surprise me that he played like a 1400. Um, they've definitely been at a higher level than they were when we played them. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, we just faced a really tough opponent and we took a loss. So um, I will say that in a couple of days since then, I have been trying to practice some different variations for the Vienna opening. So if we do get to open and play white today, um, that's what I'm really hoping to get to show you guys, and hopefully my brain remembers the correct moves. So I guess we'll see. And of course, if we play black, we'll either play Scandinavian or we're going to play King's Indian defense. Those are the two that I like playing for black. So with that, I'll stop talking and let's get into the game. All right, let's get into the game. See what we're playing here. If we get white or black, we do get white. All right, so we'll go pawn to e4. Hopefully, of course, we're going to play somebody from Iran, so this will be interesting. Let's see. We don't want to pin them right away. I guess we'll just do this for now. The better move would have probably been to go here. Yeah. So if we go here, he takes. That's fine. Okay. I'm just trying to think. Pin in the knight. Pin the knight. That's fine. Alright, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Let's put some pressure on him. Okay. Let's see, if we go here and he goes here, we're kind of cooked. We might have to swap. I'll swap. It's cool. Okay. And then I think, I'm just trying to think here. Do I want to push this or not? Push or to take? Push or to take? You know what? Let's just lock this in. Let's lock this position in here. Let's lock this in. Goes there. Alright, that'll block that in. Don't want to do that. Let's see. I know what he wants. If he goes here, let's just do this. Yeah, we'll just do this. No sweat. No sweat. And now let's block him in. Block him in. Okay. Now I'm just thinking here. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. How do I want to play this? No, that's not what I wanted to do. That was a misclick. I wanted to go H3. Oh. Push. He's probably going to go here. Oh, wait. He can't do that with the knight. Never mind. Yeah, I really wanted to get this pawn to H3, so that kind of screws things up. Um, we'll just go here for now. Yep, and then he goes there, so we could go... Just trying to think here. Go here. Okay. If he goes here, he's dead. He goes here, he's dead. He goes there, he's dead. If he goes here, that's going to be problematic. This works. Go here. Bait him out. Go here to defend. Kind of stinks that we're down 2.5 minutes on time. I wish they would just, like... I wish our opponents would just play into the line. Like, I literally practiced 6 different variations for the Vienna, and it's like, not all of them were acceptings, like, accepted positions. Some of them were, like, there was, like, 3 different declines and whatever, so it's, like, really annoying. Alright. If I go here... This is a weird game. Yeah, I figured he was gonna go on this file here. Gotta drop this down, and then he's gonna form a battery probably with the rook. If he goes here. Yeah, I gotta get this knight out of here, I think. Yeah. So he'll go here, he'll check me next turn. If he goes here, no. If he goes here, that should be a no-go. If he goes here, that should be a no-go. I think he wants me to swap with him. Oh, this is an inch. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. I'm just going to go here. It screws up our ability to castle, I know. I don't want to, I just don't want to do the, swap. I know I probably should have, but see if he wants to trade queens. That's my thinking, at least. Alright. I'm just trying to think, dude. It's tough. We're +2 right now, but yeah, he's gonna do. Alright. So what if I do. If I take this. This is a weird game. This is so weird. Yeah, now he wants to trade queens. Um, I think I'll just do it. I don't know if it's the right move or not. At least this will help, though. He's got double pawns. Pawns are doubled. Go here. Yes, sir. Go here. Yes, sir, skis. Go here. Takes. Takes. Go here. Go here. Okay. Just thinking. I'm trying to think here. I don't know if this is the right move, but I gotta make a move. Bro, this guy is such a scumbag, dude. He's just gonna go to a draw. This guy's such a freaking scumbag, dude. If I can beat this guy, dude, I'll be so happy. This guy's a scumbag. Yeah, I missed that. When he took the knight, I wasn't thinking with my knight. Alright, now we're in one of these stupid, whatever games. Get this jerk out of here. Let's go! Yes! That's what I'm talking about! Boom! Big dog! Big dog! Yeah! Freaking scumbag. Let's go. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Bro, I don't even care. That dude was doing all them dirty tricks, bro. See, that's the one thing. The one thing about my game that I'm pretty comfortable with is my end game. If I can get you down to, if I can get you down to your castles, I'm pretty good at managing that. If it's like, if you have your knights, I kind of struggle with that. But if I can knock out your queen, eliminate your knights, so you're just down to like your bishops and castles, but mainly just your castles, I can handle that. Castles and pawns, I can do that. So let's get into this game review, man. Oh, I'm so jacked that we beat that guy. Freaking scumbag, dude. I don't even care. That dude was playing dirty, man. Playing dirty. Alright, so we played with a 66.5% accuracy. He played with a 63% accuracy. 0 brilliant moves by either of us. We each had 2 great moves. We had 18 best moves. He had 16. We actually had 4 mistakes. He had 2. We each had 2 misses. We only had 1 blunder, though. He had 2. And we played like an 800, which is still a little bit above our ranking. He played like a 600. Looks like our opening accuracy was 77, our mid-game accuracy was 59, and our end-game accuracy was 80%. That's what I'm, you know, that's what I'm saying. If I can get you down to your castles, I feel like I've got you locked up pretty good. Okay, so they want me to go. Yeah, I could have gone there. That's true, because then the queen would have protected the pawn to d4.
This move prepared.
All right.
This move doesn't
They missed an opportunity. They could have taken my pawn. Yep, the trade was fine with the engine.
An opportunity to develop
They wanted me to go here instead. They wanted me to go knight to f3. I guess so, because I could have that would have defended this pawn too, and it would have developed my
You
knight.
overlooked an
But I felt
opportunity to
fine.
develop a knight
I
off
felt
its
fine blocking
The
him in,
knight comes
though.
into play. Good job.
I
Your
felt like
opponent
that was a fair move, and we blocked
they
him in there,
overlooked an
too.
This isn't a mistake, but there was they are
Alright.
threatening to capture a
They
This
wanted us
isn't a
to
mistake,
move.
but there was something better
Yeah,
for
so
you.
my idea here was I wanted to go h3, and then I was going to move my g pawn from g2 to g4 to form that diagonal, because that way it would have blocked in his
They are
knight, but
threatening to
I
capture a
misclicked.
This adds
So
You
even though we had a
permitted the
misclick, it
opponent
still
to
worked out.
eventually win a
They
pawn.
wanted me to go
Their knight
knight
is now on a
to
more active square.
c3. I don't see the point in that, but okay.
You
They want me to go
You are
c3.
losing a pawn this way.
I had to move the castle, or the rook, because he was going to go here next, and then he would have had a fork.
They took your
Yeah,
pawn for
took
free.
that. That's
Good job
fine.
defending. You are
Blocking
They
him
picked up a
in.
few
That was
bits.
one of his
They
blunders.
overlooked an
Or it was a
opportunity
miss,
to
I'm sorry.
This move your isolated pawn gets weaker as more trades happen.
Yeah,
This
we
move
could have just
protects their
taken with our knight
which was
here.
vulnerable with
He would have taken
insufficient
back, we could have
defenders.
taken. But then this one would have been there. I don't know. It's a little goof. It's a little goofy. It all kind of worked out the same way.
A good choice to
It
move
would
their
have ended
threatened.
up going.
They missed a chance to eventually win a
I want to know, where was
You
his
allowed the
blunder,
opponent to-
though?
They've made a mistake and you overlooked an opportunity to tactically win a knight.
Yeah, see, this was what I was thinking. I knew he wanted to bring his knight to g2, probably. To check me. So my thought was he would take the pawn and then I can get him with the rook, but I did see this where I could go with the bishop, but then we would have traded pawns, and actually, because I didn't do that, this pawn ended up getting, his pawn on e5 ended up getting stacked with his pawn that's on d6, and we ended up getting, you know, both of them in the end. That was a good move. Okay, so that was one of his blunders with his queen.
They missed a better way
I
to
thought he was
capture a
going to
free
take the pawn with the knight. That's why I had that queen ready there, too, to take it. I thought that's what he was going to do, but he didn't do it. So he hung the knight, kind of. And then
They overlooked an opportunity to take
now we're way up, which is crazy, because earlier in the game he had like complete advantage, but now we're in control. They're fine with the queen trade. The reason why I had moved my rook up from a1 to a7 is I just wanted to get some pressure on him here. And this is just where I thrive. I thrive in these endgames like this, where it's rook, where my opponent just has the rooks and pawns.
You gained control.
Yep.
They are
okay.
You get a chance to eventually win material. They
Ah.
overlooked an opportunity to eventually win a pawn.
Yeah, he could have just like checked me and then taken it. Yeah.
This move loses a knight.
If he would have utilized that second rook, he probably could have done a lot more damage. And this part right here, I was worried that he was just going to stalemate me. This is why I keep calling him a scumbag. I don't like people that do this. Just resign. Like, I don't like doing draws. So I was trying to figure out moves that would help keep me... I was trying to figure out moves that would help keep the game going, but also not lose me my position too much. This one lost me my position a little bit, but I wanted to stay on this file to block the pawn too. And this was the other blunder that he made right here. He moved that pawn, which in theory I could have dropped my bishop back and then maybe like taken or something, but
you allowed the opponent to capture a rook and win material after the follow-up trades.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't like that move. I thought that was a nice move. Because that took out his
captured the piece. You no longer have a clear win, but your position.
I'm surprised they didn't like that. Oh wait.
A straightforward capture.
Yeah, I should have gone knight to e6, because then he couldn't have gone here. He would have had to go to like e8 with his king, or he would have had to go back to g8. I gotcha. That's fair.
You allowed the opponent to win a knight through a. Your opponent.
Yeah, see, I knew it was just going to be a race at the end. That's why I wanted to get my pawn moving. And right here, I do regret not moving my knight, but he checked me, so there's
stepped
nothing I
ahead.
could do there.
They
I was
took
trying
your
to
knight for
prevent that from
free.
happening, but
Your opponent.
it is what it
Your
is. And
there was
at this
only
point, I knew I
they
just had to
flipped
get
up a
this
bit
pawn
here.
promoted and
Not the
protected at
worst
all
move, but
costs.
definitely.
So
Yeah, they are right
that's
on.
why I was
You
fine with it
escaped.
being a foot race, because I knew we were going to beat him. I'm actually
You
surprised
promote
he
your
didn't
pawn
bring
to a
his,
queen. Your opponent's
I'm
position
surprised
went
he
from
didn't,
bad
like,
to worse and is now
try to
losing.
bring his
Now
rook up, but I
they're
guess he
pass.
couldn't, because
You
we've had
escaped
it.
the check from the
We've had
rook.
our rook locked in there for quite a while.
Now
So,
you
yeah, I knew we were going to get him at this
they
point.
move their king.
Because at this point, once you have
You
a queen and
continue the
a
checkmate
queen and a
attack.
rook on the board, it's just
Their
about
king
doing a
steps away
ladder.
from the check by
It's
your
called a
rook.
ladder mate. You just keep bumping them down, like you alternate them on each line, each row,
You can
and
they,
yeah.
you can they move their
And I don't know
your
what he was
move gets
thinking there,
closer to
but
checkmate. They
I
move
guess maybe
your
right here he
they
was thinking
blocked
that
the
we would
check
take
from
with
your
our
queen.
queen. But even then, it's like we have our rook there to defend it,
You they move
so whatever.
your move gets closer to
But
checkmate.
yeah, we got the win, guys. That was awesome. Definitely needed it for the confidence. We didn't get to play any of the variations that I practiced, but I'm going to keep practicing them, and hopefully I'll get to show you guys. But with that, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video on episode 19. Bye.